Hello everyone, it's Tedious here, back with another Fortnite storyline video on the channel, and today's video is an absolutely massive one. I am going to have to move through it a bit quickly, because we have a million points, and I still have to record another video after this for the week recap. But this update for Fortnitemares was absolutely amazing. I'm going to be analysing everything in it. And yeah, if you enjoy the video, show me that you enjoyed the video. Just like it, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want. If you don't want to, that's completely fine. And if you want to comment something negative, don't, because there's no point. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the analysation of the story trailer for Fortnitemares 2021, The Wrath of the Cube Queen. The sideways in this trailer seems to be a mix of fire and corruption, meaning the element of these two gods, being the Storm King and Fire King, are mixing, and we also know that gold mixed with fire because, well, Shadow Midas exists. Anyways, the elements are combining again, and last time they did that, it destroyed the island, so end of chapter coming soon. We still don't have the final element of ice though. I mean, do we? Maybe we do. I mean, we'll see. Or you'll see, because I already know. The butterfly is just another singularity form of a rift, or basically just a rift that can move. But usually when a rift is crushed, it like teleports. I mean, right? That's what a rift to go is. But usually, usually this happens. But the queen hasn't moved in this trailer, and she doesn't teleport, like whatsoever. She doesn't teleport at all. Well, yes, that's because she has outstood the power of the rifts and the 0 point and all reality, and she came from the gold cube, meaning that gold cube, or Glevin, or Queen Cube, or whatever you want to call it, is more powerful than the 0 point, so this is real bad. Sloan, fix this now, please.
The time for games is over.
Then the queen talks in the trailer, meaning she isn't in the looped island and she's on an island with no loop, aka the Batman comic island once he escaped from being stuck in the endless cycle of fighting. So it makes sense, yeah, she broke from the loop instantly. She really is more powerful than the 0 point. We've got someone to watch, and Sloan, you definitely got some worries on your back with this one. You got us mad at you for our betrayal. You got the Queen Cube basically trying to kill you. You're gonna have to do a bit of work on that. Don't you think, Sloan? Okay, yeah, please get started on it.
Leave nothing behind.
Then we've got those caretakers. There's not much story to these guys, but yeah, they're more like monsters of the queens, I guess. I mean, they kind of get up like me after being woken up at an alarm at 3 AM. But yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the other story changes in this update that weren't necessarily shown in the trailer, but are still pretty freaking important. Let's go. Above the new POI, which I'll talk about in a bit, the queen is in a golden orb, and she is mirroring what the Ice King did. Now, I've talked about this on the channel for a very, very long time. I know it might not seem like the strongest theory or whatever, but I'm going to go into detail for it, like a full 4-minute thing just talking about it today, because we really need to bring this up with the current update that just came out, because it really fits in with the theory. I'll just talk about it. So, the theory is that at one point all of the islands were connected and now they're not, and I mean Save the World, Battle Royale, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, even the Ice World, the Fire World, the Cube World, whatever. And it does make a lot of sense because, as we've said from earlier, the sideways element is connected to fire, right? And the sideways element is obviously dark, meaning at one point the sideways element was connected to the dark, I guess you could say that. We also know that the dark is connected to gold and that portion, or wherever Midas came from, because, well, Shadow Midas exists, and he's a mix of both of the elements, meaning the elements and runes and areas have mixed before, so the golden world, the fire world, and the normal world, and the cube world have all mixed before, except the ice world Well, it hasn't, but it actually has. In Save the World, there is, well, a pretty mirror image of what we can see as the Ice World. There's the Ice King is in Save the World, and that was a cube-run world, meaning the ice is connected with cube, the cube has connected to gold, fire, and normal, meaning all the realities were connected at some point, they split up, and the 0 point contains all of the elements. I mean, I think it's a pretty strong theory, but you might go, why am I bringing this up today? Well, the Queen, as of right now on the map, is mirroring exactly what the Ice King did in Season 7, and here's why. So, you might think, oh yeah, you know, we have the fire and the corruption already here. We have the Midas's return coming soon. We have our normal world, but where is the ice in this theory, man? Well, I don't know if you can tell, but this is exactly what the Ice King did in Season 7 that she's doing right now, and I think it's a bit more than a hint. And also, we've been getting the theory about the mech and also the Infinity Blade possibly being voted back into the loot pool. Don't you think it's a bit suspicious that also in the Horde Rush LTM we now have the ice zombies added back? I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but all the elements are combining again, and this could destroy our entire map. I mean, last time that happened, last time we had the gold element, which is really just mineral. We had the meteor as like the massive mineral rock. We also had the cube island. Then we had the 0 point there. Then we had, you know, the ice biome there. We had the fire biome there. We had everything on that Chapter 1 map in that one event, and that's why everything got destroyed. So I'm thinking that if everything comes together and gets destroyed again, this update could potentially really be teasing the end of Chapter 2, sorry, and the near start of Chapter 3. And there's even more evidence that came in this update to prove it. I'll show you. So, the Dark Jonesy new questline was released today. It's called the Oracle Speaks questline. Very cool thing, I really like it. But, it has some, like, leaked dialogue within it. Well, not leaked, but you can get some secret dialogue with it if you talk to him after you've done the quest. Like, just, I think it has to be the match after. And, yeah, since I could only do this once, because, you know, with those quest things, you can only do them once, I wasn't able to get any screenshots because I was killed straight away before I could actually get to read it. But I've asked a friend what they are. They couldn't send screenshots because, well, they're not on a device that can do that. But whatever, we still have the text. We don't have any screenshots, but there's text that we have right here, and I'm just going to read it to you without blabbering on, sorry. So, it says, "My vision is now clear, but I bring dark things. 2 paths lie ahead of you. One path is full of sacrifice and loss, the other leads to total annihilation." This could very well be hinting at the return of the Foundation, which we saw a few days ago. I mean, he sacrificed for possibly what could have been the end of reality not happening, so total annihilation would fit in very well with what Dark Jonesy was just talking about in his questline. But this again extends onto the Chapter 3 theory after it possibly coming after Season 8. I mean, it could come after Season 8, although this is just a theory, so there might be a Chapter 2 Season 9, I'm not sure. But yes, I mean, this does tell us that if we had to sacrifice ourselves for total annihilation of the island, I mean, if we sacrifice ourselves, then the game ends. Like, if we fully die, the game is over. Fortnite's done. And we know from other posts that Fortnite will at least go until 2023 at the, you know, at the least. So, doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that tell you that the map is going to be annihilated because we can't kill ourselves? We can't sacrifice. That's not how it works, okay? Unless someone else sacrifices themselves, which is really hinting at the Foundation coming back to the island. But we'll see. And let's get all of the theories out of the way, and let's get into the main point that I'm sure you guys are all here for, the explanation of Cube Town. I know, you all want to hear it. I've been lingering on about some other theories which were still very important, but I know you guys have been wanting to say that the entire time. Tedious, talk about Cube Town, please, tell us what it means. We're so confused. Okay, the Cube Town, aka actually called it the Convergence, is the Cube's plan to bring their own home to the world so they can just sit still, not be out in the open, not be shot, and the players can just see them as a normal building, and it's sort of like a disguise mechanism, I guess, for the queen to summon herself, because you need to get all this energy to create a portal, which we saw was created inside the gold cube, to bring the queen to the island. So whenever the cubes come, they're just trying to bring their queen to an island. So that's what the goal of the cubes are. That's why they came in Season 6. That's why they tried to explode to bring enough energy, but obviously we know what happened with that. Here's a video in the iCard which explains that, when I worked with one of my friends, Mason, on that. But that's not the point, okay? Cube Town is a mechanism or defense mechanism to bring the queen to different realities. Now, you might be like, okay, but why did they use the cubes to build it? And it actually explains why the cubes are cubes. So many people see the story, go, what the hell, why is there random cubes? And you can finally go up to them and have an explanation and say, Tedious taught me this, so welcome to Tedious Teachers, and let's go, let's get into why the cubes are cubes. Okay, the cubes are used as the devices, obviously, for building and structuring this place for the queen to inhabit herself on an island, because they all serve her. And I guess you could say that they are used for a specific reason due to their shape. Now, it has always been known that their sort of language is always based off squares, and they're a very rigid shape. Squares are very rigid. I know it sounds like I'm talking about maths right now, 3D shapes, but you'll see what I mean when I talk about this. So, if their main goal was to transport the queen to other realities and let her survive there so that she could destroy all other realities, that's why they built the devices, then wouldn't you think they would have to be suited for building? Yes. Think about, this is going to sound really crappy and corny, but think about the building blocks that were used as kids, right? You know, they are used because they're really strong and rigid shapes to structure things. Don't you think that that's very coincidental that the cubes are also used for that? I mean, I'm just saying, it's probably that they're used as the best shape for structure if their goal is to build a structure to summon the person who they serve for. The cube queen is they're the servant of her. They're obviously going to want to serve her and do what she wants, bring her wherever she wants. So yeah, that's finally solved why the cubes are cubes, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we finally know. Alright, and that's going to be a wrap on the video. There is actually 2 videos out tonight, so depending on which one you watch first, you will enjoy both, but I would definitely say you'd enjoy this one more, because a story, mainly only story video, is always the better video. Week recaps are still pretty good, but yeah, I mean, Fortnite story videos are still the favourite on this channel, obviously. Alright guys, without further ado, go enjoy the other video, or go enjoy your sleep wherever you are, or maybe you're not sleeping, I don't know what time of day it is for you, but wherever you are right now, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or night. I hope you enjoy the other video if you haven't watched it already, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace, I'm out, have a good one, and yeah, bye.